This is a Samsung RV711. Debuted in 2012. I recently picked this laptop up from a trash heap, saved it from being crushed. It did not currently turn on. We're going to try to diagnose it, and we're going to clean it up. It's very filthy. We're going to try to clean it up, see if we can make some money on it, maybe sell on eBay. This is going to be a new style video. Hope you all stick around for the journey. So here we are. We have the RV711. Does not currently turn on. It is charged, so the battery did take a charge. But this is what's going on. Press the power button. Nice blue ring on the power button. You have nothing on the screen at all. Fans are spinning. Nothing's happening though. So I think the first step will be to open up the bottom, see if there's any parts missing. Usually that's the problem. Let's have a look. So in turning the laptop over, we have here, this is the trapdoor that opens up to the parts bay. There should be RAM over here, a hard drive here, battery is clearly here because it turned on. So it looks like somebody may have already been here. We have a crack here, right there. This part here was popped up. I'm guessing somebody snagged the RAM and the hard drive out of it. So I'm gonna open that door. All you have to do is just pick up right here. But I only have one hand. I'll be right back. Yeah, the door is off. Let's see what we have. Nothing. Just as I expected. We have no RAM. DDR3 RAM. We also have no hard drive. So let's get those parts now. This looks like a mess. Let's see. I believe this is DDR3. There we go. Already at 4 gigabytes. We'll use that. Okay, get some hard drive. Oh look, another mess. Let's take this one. Seagate 500 gigabyte. There we go. We'll use that. So I am filming one-handed, so apologies if it's too shaky. We have 4 gigabytes of Samsung RAM. Matches the laptop perfectly. RAM is very simple to install. Just line up this notch right here. This notch right here on the motherboard. Just pop it in. Just try to look through the camera and do this. Just pop it in. Once those are in, pins are in. Straight down. There we go. We have RAM. Now let's do the hard drive. So this one's going to be a bit harder to do one-handed, so I'm just going to take the caddy out. This is called the caddy. This one's rubber. Usually they're metal. Put that aside. Now, let's try to connect this one-handed. Flip the hard drive over to line up with the pins. This is going to be difficult one-handed. And then just push them together. Make sure that's down there. Normally this would have screws in it, and then it would sit there and be held properly. This one's going to be a little loose, but that's okay. We'll put it all together properly after. So now, then we just write down what I put in there, and we'll be good to go. So there we go. There's our records for what I just put in there. Now, put that door back on. Take the door. Simple as just lining up the tabs. Again, filming one-handed, putting this together one-handed. It should just snap into place. If not, there we go. Got her on the run. Some of them snap harder than others. Well, I can't quite get it on one-handed. Give me a second. Okay, well, after some fighting, I did get the door to go on. The only problem is that little crack right there is still visible, and there is a gap there. As you can hear the pen running over it. So that crack is probably one of the reasons why I get rid of this laptop. Just a small reason. But now let's try to turn it on. We'll see what happens. Usually that's the problem, and we'll be having a good laptop. So here's the moment of truth. I'm gonna press the power button, and we'll see what happens. There we go. Little CD drive click. Look at that. We have a Samsung logo, and it looks like this hard drive happens to have Windows 10 on it. Very nice. Now, this laptop is certainly not made to run Windows 10, but it will probably do it. It does have an i3 in it, which I'm not sure what model it is yet, but it was built to run Windows 7 10 years ago. This laptop just turned 10 years old this year. So it looks like we are going to load up. Uh-oh, maybe not. Alright, so this would be an interesting twist to the video. I will have to reinstall Windows most likely, or it might go right to it. I will let you know when we get to the setup screen. So it does appear that we have something even more interesting. It does appear that we are stuck in a something called a boot cycle, which means the hard drive is corrupted and it just constantly going in circles. It cannot load Windows, so it force restarts itself, and then it tries again, and then it keeps an infinite loop. As you see, it just shut off, and now we're back. We at the blue screen, and now it's going to shut off, and it'll keep doing it over and over and over forever. So we're going to have to either just replace this, which I might have an SSD lying around somewhere, or reinstall Windows. I'll be right back. So I had to pull out the old toolbox. Now we don't need a razor blade. This here is my Windows 10 USB stick. It's all faded off. But this here is a USB stick you can create for absolutely free. Just go on to Microsoft, and you can also do it for, I don't know if you can do it for Windows 11, but I know you can still do it for Windows 10. You just create a USB file, and I will show you how to install Windows 10 using this flash stick. So there, I plugged in the computer. I plugged in the flash drive to the computer in the USB slot. I'm going to turn it on. I believe it's going to be F12 for the boot menu. I could be wrong. I will let you know when I find the right button. So for this model computer, it was F2. So anyway, now that we are in the BIOS menu, we're just going to navigate to the boot menu here using the arrow keys on the keyboard. And then go to boot device priority, which is right here, as you can see. Press enter. And then we're going to find SanDisk. We'll go, let's see, how do you change values? F5 and F6. So pressing F6 will bring that straight to the top, just like that. That's all you need to do. Press enter. And do escape. And then go over to exit. And then do exit saving changes, enter, and enter again. We're all set. Now it should boot directly to the USB stick, and we should be good to go. You see this little dot up here means it's attempting boot, so I will let you know when it comes on. So while it was trying to boot to the flash drive, it looks like we still have a problem, which it may be the hard drive, so I'm going to swap out that hard drive and try again. So even a new hard drive did not fix this laptop's problem with not being able to boot. So another thing I thought of is that maybe USB booting is disabled in the BIOS. I'm not sure where to find that. I imagine it's just under boot settings. I could be wrong, which it looks like I am wrong. I do not see it here, so it's possibly under advanced settings. Legacy USB support is enabled. UEFI. System can boot to Legacy OS or UEFI OS. I believe this should be on. I've never messed with that before, but that should solve our problem, I'm guessing. Boot and unlock. Yeah, I don't see anything here that says USB booting. Whoops. So let's give this a try. Escape. We're gonna go exit, saving changes. And we'll try that, and I'll get back to you. So this is something very interesting. I've never seen this, loading files while booting Windows 10. Windows 7 installing, I've seen this before, so I'm not wondering if this hard drive has Windows 7 on it, but it's not completely installed. Maybe it didn't boot to the flash drive after all. I'm going to let it go, and if we get it to Windows 7, that's good enough for me to at least know that it works, and I can sell it as working with no OS. I will let you know what happens when this loading is done. Maybe it's going to be Windows 7, maybe it's going to be Windows 10. It's kind of a toss-up. Finally, we have some progress. I had to put in a third hard drive because that loading files bar kept coming up and it wouldn't go any further. So I put in a third hard drive, changed the RAM. I pretty much undone everything we did and then put different parts in. I would finally get some progress. I don't know what was wrong with those other two hard drives. It's just coincidence. This hard drive I didn't even have to use. I found another flash drive with Windows 10. Didn't have to use either of them. So I will let you know what happens. We're heading in the right direction. And we have finally arrived at the desktop screen. It only took an hour and a half to wait for that thing to install Windows and then reinstall and then do this, take out the hard drives. But we have finally arrived. As you can see, we are on the Windows desktop screen. This hard drive was actually used in my old laptop and I didn't realize which one it was. So we now have a working Samsung RV711. Probably worth $50 maybe on eBay. It's an old laptop. People pay good prices on there. But it's not going to be the fastest on a hard drive by any means. But let me navigate the settings and we'll see what it has for specs. Well, this thing's taking forever just to load settings. So it's looking like this hard drive is not very good. There it is, finally. It's looking like this hard drive might not be the greatest thing in the world, which there's no such thing as the greatest hard drive ever. So it looks like we either have to put an SSD in it or just sell it without a hard drive and say requires SSD. You have to be very careful on eBay because if you sell it and if you forget to put, it's super slow, needs an upgrade, people can get their money back just like that. So I'm going to see what this has for specs in it, and then we're probably going to take the hard drive back out and then sell it on eBay. That'll be a separate video. This is just going to be the repair video. Just bumped it, sorry. So I'm waiting for this. I'm trying to wait. I'm being patient. So we already know this has 500 gigs of storage on a really old, slow hard drive. We know it has 4 gigs of RAM. We have an i3 M380. Yep, that's why it's so slow right there. But I believe with an SSD, this could be a usable computer. I don't see why not. So we go back, everything, it does function, it's just not very fast. And now you get to see my name, that's alright. It's going to need a million updates, I'm sure, but this is going to wrap it up for the repair video. The next video is probably going to be listing it on eBay, cleaning it up, and then listing it. I think we're done repairing it for now. I just wrote down the specs. I'll show you how I list stuff on eBay, and I'll show you the great pictures I can take with this new S22. Probably might do a review on that at some point. But for right now, the Samsung RV711 is ready to roll, ready to be sold, and hopefully we can make a little bit of money on it. No investment in it, like $2 in parts. So thank you guys for watching. I will catch you on the next video.